Hello everyone. So if you're looking at the recording of this one and you're not looking at the live one, then just so you know, for the first 2 minutes I probably talk about nothing at all. I'm just waiting for at least one person to come online so that I wouldn't feel so alone. And then I'm going to talk about some hobbies. So if you want, you can just jump a few little steps forward. I'm sorry that my feed started a little later than I had planned. I was not sure how to do this on this thing because I had forgotten it to unlist it, which means that it didn't actually go live and people weren't able to see that. Yes, we are live, Wolverine Scratch. Thank you very much for coming by, and Jambon Banana. Long time no see. This is my first live feed in about half a year, at least half a year. The last one that I did probably lasted only about 10 minutes, and I was just out wandering around and chatting with you people. So the light source in this feed, as I notice right now, is not very good. Can you hear me properly? That is the next question of mine. And I can see if I can make this light slightly better. Maybe. Or not. Okay, that is a little bit better. Hello, X Anonymous, and hello again, Wolverine Scratch. So, as I said, if you're watching this later from the recording, because I'm going to leave the recording up, just so you know, every Sunday, 8 o'clock UK time, 11 a.m. PMT, and 7 p.m. GMT is the plan, the same time like now that I'm planning to do the live feeds. And every time will be a different subject. Next time, the subject will be something to do with politics and how we're all becoming so intolerant. Not all of us, but humanity in total. This time it's one of the subjects that I always love. It's hobbies, collecting. Let me know if you have collected anything, even when you were kids, or even now. Hello, Westphalia Chronicles. Nice to see you. Let me know if you're collecting anything. It would be really, really interesting to hear. I know that Wolverine Scratch is collecting figurines because I'm always watching his videos. So if you're into figurines, then check out his videos. There's really nice explanatory ones, and he has some really lovely stuff. I don't collect figurines. Actually, I will leave this screen for 2 seconds because I take that one back. I do not collect figurines, but it's one of these things that I probably plan on collecting at some point, or if I see something cool, I want to get it. So I have something here that I bought recently. I don't know if you can see it. It's Dazzler from X-Men. So yeah, I'm such a kid, I had to get it. I love it. It's cool. Plus the price was great. So I bought one, even though I'm not collecting these. But now, to things that I am collecting. As a kid, I was collecting freaking everything. I was collecting things that you get for free, as every kid does, from chewing gum packets, like stickers and tattoos and everything like that. But I also collected stones, which was probably not the best idea because my grandmother's shed ended up with like millions of stones. But which one? The Dazzler? Yeah, I like this. It was very cool. I just saw it in the shop and I was like, have to get it. So yeah, but stones. Jesus, this light is even worse. I look like a zombie with that one. But then if I put this light off, then you can't see the color of the collection things properly, but whatever. I still collect stones. For example, this one here is one of the ones that I have just sitting on my cupboard. This one is green calcite, and when you look at it like this, but the sun is shining from the other side against the sun, it's reflecting light really coolly. Or then there is this one here, which is tourmaline. But see these sparkly bits inside? These super sparkly bits are lepidolite. I can't even pronounce it. And this is one of the most common sources of lithium in the world. But the rest of the stone itself is tourmaline. I would love to get some proper green tourmaline, but it's so hard to get my hands on it. So this is just black tourmaline with some leptolite. And this one. No, these are not asteroids. I wish that they would be. I would probably hope that they would infect me with some superpowers or something like that. And this one here, and again, I'm not sure if you can see how shiny it actually is, but the shape of it is really cool and everything. This is a bit of copper ore, really, because if you can see here, this gray bit, this is actually stone, so this copper is kind of formed around the stone. But I love it. That's just sitting on my cupboard, on my bookshelf. So this is one of the things that I'm collecting. Also collecting coins, out of which I just took a few to show. Any of you collected coins ever? Any coins? I'm kind of not really sure what I'm collecting because I just keep the ones that I like, and then I'm also keeping the ones that I haven't seen before from the current ones. So I'm really kind of collector of modern coins. But then I have a few of these kind of things. This huge thing is 1 penny. This is 1 penny from 1797 from UK. If you can see the picture of a very bossy looking thing. And on the other side, there's, of course, Britannia, 1797. And this is just 1 penny. I love that. This is also my oldest coin. Another English coin that I have that I really like is this one. It's a silver crown from 1935. And the main reason why I love that one is because it's in such a great condition. It really is in a great condition. And I should not touch this with my fingers. I know that. But I just took it out of the bag just to show it better, because otherwise the reflection of the bag would have looked a bit bad. Or these ones, for example. I love these ones. This little booklet of 50 state commemorative coins, quarters. State quarters were given out from 1999 to 2008. And there were 5 given out every year, so 10 years. And the order in which they were given, how they were released was from the first state to the last, out of 50 states then. First 3 were, of course, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. And the last one in the list here is Hawaii, which was the 50th state. So these kind of stuffs are really cool. And I also like that they are in really, really good condition. So this is another thing that I'm collecting, as I said. There's one more that I wanted to show. This is 1 krona from 1 kron from Estonia. And this structure that you see, this coin is commemorating 130 years of the song festivals. And song festivals in Estonia are held in every 4 years. This is like a national song festival, and there's people singing underneath that dome, and this is all audience. So there's like loads and loads of people. Other times, this same place is used for concerts, gatherings, dance parties, dance competitions, things like that. But yeah, this coin inside that card is commemorating 130 years from that. And of course, in Estonia, as well as in here, there's euro now. So there is no crowns anymore. So this money is gone. There's also things that I'm just kind of not collecting but keeping, such as some stamps and some paper monies. I don't know if I will ever properly collect them, but if I see something cool in them, I just keep them, and I don't know what my plan is with them. I'll show you a few later, but there's another thing that I pretty seriously collect, and this is comics. I show a few that I dug out from the box there. For example, this one, Dead Rabbit. I really loved that one. And the reason why I picked this one to show is because Dead Rabbit was sued by a bar in New York, because there's a bar called the Dead Rabbit, and apparently their menus and everything, they are kind of comic book style. So they claimed that the dead rabbit was the idea behind Dead Rabbit. Hello, Louise. How are you? And yeah, this comic therefore was taken away from the sale. There was only first and the second release. Second was just released, so I don't have the second one. I only have the first one. And the lawsuit is still going. I have no idea what's happening in the story after the first two that I have read, unfortunately. And I really, really hope that they don't lose the lawsuit completely, because it's a brilliant, brilliant comic. Other than that, I like green and blue color schemes on the artwork. I don't know if you can see this one, for example. This is Daredevil 603. And it's very green. The light source here, as I said, is not the best. I think that you can see it better like that. This is pretty cool artwork, isn't it? Then one of my favorite characters, one of my 4 most favorite characters in comic world, Wolverine, you will be pretty happy now, is of course Wolverine. And here's 3 covers that I really like from my recent buys in the Wolverine series. I like Wolverine Origins as well. This one I think is absolutely brilliant. I think I try to show the light to that again, because the reflection from the actual bag around it is Mary Meese's Wolverine scratch. That's a lovely offer, but I'm saying no. Well, this is one of the coolest covers. As I said, I'm just mad about the blue and green colors in art as well. So there's another one with kind of aquamarine or turquoise blue, and then just bluish. Again, you can see it better when I'm kind of showing the direct light to it. So yeah. Oh, and before I finish the comic book subject, I show you one more, because this is just my recent buy. Is this one. And this is not just X-Men, it's a print error. As you can see, the top here is cut off. There's also, of course, normal print, but I got the print error one, and the normal print still has more text here, and the full text, the uncanny, is actually seen, and there's more blue in here. So this is just wrongly cut, and I love it. I love the artwork on this one. I like all the old style comic covers, like the ones that are with really crisp colors and things like that. Oh yeah. And for the last thing then, anybody collects money here? As in not to buy something later? Oh yeah, good. Good Wolverine sketch. Yeah, you can't forget that. You can't forget that you have a wife. Money. This one, I know I should keep it in some kind of cover or something, but I don't see myself as a money collector. So at the moment, I just have them like this. So I have to find a way of storing them. This is 100 ruble from Russia in 1910. Pretty small money, isn't it? Imagine having this in your wallet. How big does your wallet have to be? Something like size of that. It looks like a rap video. Oh yeah, it does, isn't it? Bees in a trap. There's some stuff like this. This is not even money. This is actually lottery ticket. And this lottery ticket is from 1958 in Estonia. It's obviously state-issued lottery ticket because you can see the USSR sign here, because Estonia unfortunately was still in USSR then. And this says that it's money and things lottery. And some of the things that you can win with that, it's pretty interesting. At 1958, house, cars, motorbikes, piano, fridge, radios, accordions, cameras, photo cameras. Remember these? Watches, sewing machines, carpets, or money wins. Somebody said something. There is Estonia, former Soviet Union. Yes, unfortunately for them, they are. They were 50 years in Soviet Union until Soviet Union broke down. I'd say that nobody's missing that one. So, but it provided the world with cool stuff like that, I guess, which is the whole point of having Soviet Union in the first place. Produce crap. I'm so positive towards Soviet Union, I know. What else do I have here, money-wise? Just some random stuff. Romanian 1 leu, that is at the moment usable. Or at the moment, very usable, $10. But I just kept it because it's so nice and sleek and it has no... it's just totally new, printed as new. Or what's that? 900 baht from Thailand. Also pretty cool. And so on and so on. So yeah, these are the things that I'm collecting. And as I said, I'm keeping some things like cool stamps or something like that. And somehow, without even remembering, as I said before, I had bought this one. I didn't consider myself as the collector of the figurines, but I think I'm kind of going that way. Because you know how it is, when you're giving devil a finger, they take a hand. So I have a suspicion that there's more joining that one sometime in the future. And also, what else? Books. I have never bought a single first edition of any book, but I have thought about it. The reason why I haven't, though, is not because they are not affordable, because the kind of books that I like, I'd say that some of the first editions would be very affordable. But the reason is, I think that, as with anything, you give it a finger, it takes a hand. So you start small and you start collecting something, and then it blows out of proportion, like it has with my comic books, which I believe I have hundreds. I haven't counted lately because I don't know so many numbers. Well, I know, but it's scary. So yeah, and I'd say that at some point I will start collecting something else. So anyway, it would be great if you'd get some kind of discussion going, even if you're watching this video afterwards in the recording, about what you're collecting. What's Wolverine Scratch saying? Books are essential for me. My work has a lot of downtime. I love books. Unfortunately, at my work, I can't read them because I'm working in a place where we are not allowed to bring stuff in to the room from outside world because of bacteria and everything. So can't bring books there, can't read the books there. But I will somehow try to turn this camera around for the moment without showing how messy my room is. And show, this is my bookshelf there. See, there's a considerable amount of books in my bookshelf. Hello, Jay Greenbaum. How are you? Oh yeah, 1 second. I just noticed that this is not charging anymore. Now it is. And surprisingly, the color on the screen got better. I should have done this long time ago. I'm very good. We were talking about collections and collecting. Are you collecting anything? Have you collected anything when you were a kid or something like that? If you want to see what I was talking about, what I have been collecting, then I will upload this video afterwards. Once live is finished, and I will just upload this as a video. As I said before, I am planning to try and do the lives every Sunday again. So every time will be a different subject. I will try to put the subject up before so that you can think about it and think if it is your kind of thing. If you want to talk along, have kind of a chat and discussion about the things. Next time will be probably about intolerance in the world, how world is becoming more and more intolerant, and how both right and left extremist parties are gaining more power, and why, and how can we make the world a happier place again. Just just random discussions and random rambling like that. Video game collection. What kind of video games were you collecting, Jake Greenbaum? Thank you very much, Wolverine. Every bit helps because, as I said, my last live was about 6 months ago, and this was only 10-minute live walking down the street because I was just missing doing my lives, and that just made me do one. But other than that, I haven't really done any for probably a year since my last proper live. And as you remember, they used to be pretty lively and pretty fun, and there was a lot of chat, and I was going walking in weird places doing that and everything. This is the first live that I also do with my tablet. And to be honest, I don't know what you see on your side. I'll check it again when I upload it, but I'm not too happy with the color of this thing. I'm not too happy with the screen because honestly, it just looks like it's nearly black and white. It's obviously not, but probably the light source in this room isn't the best either, and the location where I am with it, so I would have to play around a bit and find the best place for it. But I wasn't thinking too much about it probably before. I don't know about that. I was actually talking about this just the other day. You're saying that I have beautiful accent. I was just asking someone the other day, how does my accent sound to somebody else? Because you can't hear yourself the way other people hear you. And therefore, of course, I had no idea how my accent actually sounds like. So I was kind of wondering, because every time when I'm listening back to some of my videos, I'm kind of going like, the what? Is that how I really sound like? Like, why do I not hear it? But yeah, I don't actually know what you would compare my accent to or anything like that. So, but thank you. It's good to hear. And every now and then I do get comments that my accent is nice, but then every now and then I get comments that my accent is horrible. So I don't know. I guess it's down to what kind of accent or what kind of voice somebody likes. But yeah, spread the word about the lives every Sunday, 8 o'clock UK time, and we'll make it happen. And if you are making lives, I try to come and see what you're doing as well. Yeah, Wolverine. But the thing is, you have Irish sister from Galway, which is really nice. But I am not Irish. I'm Estonian who was blown into Ireland by a wind. And I came here to kind of look around and travel because I always wanted to come to Ireland. And I had the plan to stay for about a year. I didn't really have a plan. I was thinking that it would be maybe a year or so, maybe more. And this was in 2006. So I guess I stayed. Actually, already when I was a few months in, when I was here for a few months only, I was kind of sure that I'm staying because I felt home, and it's very nice here. People are nice, and weather, I wouldn't say anything much about that. Last summer was gorgeous. And of course, the plus is that there's no actual cold weather. There is no -30 or -20 or any of that malarkey. But it can be pretty rainy and windy sometimes, especially in the autumn. But yeah, hey, that is, yes, they are Wolverine Scratch, definitely. And thanks to everybody who came on. And thank you very much for remembering that I actually exist. And as I said, every Sunday live stream, and I'm going to have to edit some of my videos to put them up as well. And this was really cool to actually talk and show some of the collections. Yes, I am not still in Twitter, Wolverine Scratch. I am in Twitter again. I only started my Twitter again about a week ago because I hadn't posted anything for years. So I will put all these into the description as well. So if you look into the description afterwards, when I upload this video as the recording, then there's my Twitter there, my Instagram, my Facebook, and maybe something else. I don't remember if I have something else, but all my different social media thingies anyway. So yeah, follow me and let me know that you're following me, and I'll check your pages out. So awesome. Thanks very much for watching, everyone, and see you again next time. Bye.